I'm here with my good friend, my other daughter, Hepsiba Serrano, and I'm going to ask her to tell us her story. So, start off with, where you're from, and just give us a picture of your life before that day in the doctor's office.
Okay. All right. So I'm from Mexico. I'm from Guadalajara, 41 right now. And, I was living the lifestyle that I thought it was the right way. So I thought it
And,
was
and, and
good.
tell me about being Mexican. What was your standard diet? We have a standard American diet. What was your standard diet?
Okay. Tortillas,
Tortillas,
rice, beans,
arroz,
frijoles.
frijoles.
Yes, all the yummy food. Deep fried everything.
And did you have tortillas and rice and beans with almost every meal?
Almost every meal.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about why you went to the doctors.
So in 2022, I felt a little bump on my left breast,
Okay.
and I went to the doctor. They were refused to do a mammogram because I was young, but I was, keep going. I have this, and it, it hurts. So I went, they checked, they biopsy, and they said it's nothing. It's nothing bad. It's how do you say that word?
Benign.
Benign. Yes, and they were like, no worries. We're gonna just put a little mark there to if you do another mammogram in the future. We will know that we already test that spot.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I started living my life again. And then 2 years after that, I started getting that same pain. I didn't feel anything like no bump or nothing,
Okay.
but it was the pain. It was a pain, a sharp pain, like burning sensation, kind of. And then I was like, this is not right. I went to the doctor, and the same story. Oh no, and if you think that it might be cancer doesn't hurt. And I was like, but it
Okay.
feels like very painful. I can't stand anything touching my left breast because it was so painful.
Hmm.
And it was getting hard to sleep. It was getting hard to do anything because it was very painful and very itchy.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It was very itchy. So this doctor, he didn't want to do a mammogram or like anything else. He was like, just try this cream. It will get the itchiness, and you're gonna be fine. It's just maybe an infection. And I was like, okay. So I went home, get the cream. It helped for a little bit with the itchiness, but then the itchiness came back worse, a little bit worse.
Okay.
So I was like, no, there was something inside of me telling me that was not the right. It was not the right answer. So I switched doctors, same group but a different provider, and she was like, let's do it. Let's do. I'm gonna send you to do a mammogram and an ultrasound, and then yeah, less than a week I got the schedule, and that's when I find out that it was cancer, and it was on October of 2023. So I went through, I think it was 14 or 16 biopsies. Yes, there were a lot. Yeah, they were like between
So
14
needle
and 16.
biopsies, is that what you're
Yes.
talking about?
Mm-hmm. Needle biopsies.
So it came back, you have cancer,
Yeah.
um, just in one breast?
Yes. Just on the one on my left side, and the oncologist suggests to do both breasts because it's more likely when you get on one, it will come out on the next one, on the other one.
Okay. So you had a mastectomy,
A double mastectomy.
double mastectomy,
Hmm.
and reconstructive surgery at the same
Yes.
time.
Hmm.
And then you came out of that trauma, and you went back. And what did they want to do from there?
The oncologist says that the next step will be chemo and radiation, because they when during the surgery they removed two
Lymph
lymph
nodes.
nodes, yeah, and those two lymph nodes came out positive with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So they said it might be somewhere else in your body because that's what the lymphatic
Mm-hmm.
system does.
Yeah.
Like it travels all your body, so the fluids and everything. And he says it might be in other parts of my body. Yeah, but they were not sure. And then I asked him, "You did the CT scan, and that it shows your whole body. There's it's I think it's a CT scan, the one that inject you with
PET
the
scan.
PET scan, to light
Mm-hmm.
places,
Mm-hmm.
to see if there's cancer or not." And it was fine. The results, everything else, it was clear. Just on my left breast, was
Okay.
located.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you made a decision.
Yes, I said no to chemo and radiation.
How'd that go over with your friends and family?
Well, with my family and my closest friends, they were like, "Okay, we support you. Uh,
And
we're
how'd
gonna
that go
be
over with your medical team?
not good." No, not good. They scheduled me for to do surgery to
uh,
do my
uh-huh.
my port. That's
Uh-huh.
the name.
Uh-huh.
And it was scheduled for, I think it was a Monday or Tuesday, and I called Friday before the surgery, and
Uh-huh.
I called and I said, I want to cancel my appointment. And the lady from the other line, she was like, "Cancel? Why?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to cancel my appointment. I don't want to." Also, do you mean reschedule the appointment? And I said, "No, I want to cancel that appointment to do my
Port.
port." And she was like, "Do you talk to your oncologist?" And I said, "No." And she was like, "Well, let's do this. Let's make a phone call to your oncologist, and we could figure this out. Maybe you need a little bit of time." And I said, "No, just cancel. I'm not gonna show up." And on Monday, I received a phone call from the oncologist assistant, and she was, "How about if we do just radiation? Are you open to do radiation?" And I said, "No, I don't want to do any of those things." And then she was like, "Well, there are some things that we could do. You do not have those side effects as bad as chemo and radiation. Or we could just give you time to think about it, and then we could set up an appointment so you could talk to the oncologist." And I said no. I already made my decision. I don't want to do that. It has
Yeah.
to be something different.
I'm wondering, did they offer any kind of immunotherapy?
No,
Yeah. Okay.
no.
So you said no to chemo. You
Yeah.
said no to radiation.
Yes.
Uh, and the report came back because they took two lymph nodes that your margins were not clear,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and that's what they want to see, clear margins.
Yeah.
And so then what did you do?
I started searching things
Huh?
like for my own.
Uh-huh.
Out of nowhere, my husband got a phone call from a friend of his, and he was like, "So how you guys doing?" And he told my I'm sorry, my husband told his friend, "We're going through this. My wife was diagnosed with cancer," and he said to my husband, he was like, "I went through the same thing, and they told me to do chemo and radiation, but I found this doctor in Arizona, and he treat me with all natural things. Of course, I have to change my lifestyle." He said, of eating my habits,
Yeah,
eating,
eating habits.
yeah. I have to change everything. And I went to the oncologist, and I'm cancer free. That tumor just disappeared. And he was like, what? So we got a hold of this doctor in Arizona, and yeah, he was telling me, God created us, our body so perfect that we could heal ourselves. We could give our body the tools
Uh-huh.
to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, Amen.
And
So
then how did you connect with the MD/ND here in
in Cedar
Cedar
City,
City?
I'm telling you, it's all God things, because this doctor in Arizona, he was like, honey, you need to find a doctor close to you. That was a Thursday, I think. And I started praying, and I asked God to guide me to the right person. And I went to the internet to look for a
Yeah.
doctor like that.
Yeah. And you found him.
And on a Sunday, that was Thursday.
Uh-huh.
So I was praying that over the weekend, that God puts me the right person at the
Yeah.
right time.
Yeah.
And on Sunday, a friend from church, Stephanie Holloman,
Uh-huh.
she asked me how everything is going, and I told her, and I said, this is what's going on. I need to find a doctor like this. And then she was like, oh, I know someone that it could help. He's been our doctor for a long time, and he does natural things.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she gave me the contact information. I called Monday, and they were like, oh yeah, we could take you in, but it would be 3 months, because his he's booked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of patients. And I was like, okay, well, I will take that 3 months. I would take that appointment. It's fine.
Yeah.
So when I hang out the phone, I told my mom, and I say, you know what? They don't have any appointments. I have to wait 3 months, and I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait this long. And then my mom said, well, let's pray, and we'll see that God opens a door or something, an appointment. The lady told me that she was going to put me on waiting list,
Yeah.
just for a cancellation. And I call I that Thursday of that week, I told my mom, I said, if they don't call me by Friday, I'm gonna just show up to the
To the
clinic,
office.
to the office, and be like, hey, is there any cancellation? I will be here all day if there is any cancellation. And then that was Thursday, and then Friday, the office called me, and they're like, so we have an opening on Monday. Would you like that appointment? And I was like, sure,
Yeah.
I would take this appointment.
Yeah.
And I took that appointment.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you get an appointment with the doctor.
Mhm.
Had you started making any lifestyle changes before that?
Yes.
Tell me what you did.
Okay. Well, the doctor in Arizona, he says we all have cancer cells in our body. Everybody has cancer cells. The point is not feed the cancer cells. And he says the cancer cells feed out of sugar and fat. And he says we need to bring your body. He says, I'm pretty sure your levels of inflammation are too high. So he told me to get rid of dairy,
Uh-huh.
wheat, like
Uh-huh.
no bread, no tortillas,
No tortillas.
no tortillas. Yes.
Por mexicano es muy difícil.
Very, very hard. No carbs. He was like, try to eat as lowest carbs that you can.
Okay.
If you could eliminate carbs, eliminate them. And then he says, what you said all the time, anything from earth, like nothing processed, like the closest to the earth you can eat.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
So that's what he said.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, say less. No sugar, no sodas, no candies, no cake, no tortillas, no flour tortillas. Like basically was just like meat and veggies, what I was eating
Yeah.
for a long time.
Not a bad diet.
Not a bad diet. No,
Yeah.
I love that diet.
And was that hard as a Mexican who was used to
Very.
tortillas and rice and beans?
It was very hard.
Sure.
but it's not impossible.
Yeah. Tell me about what happened to your emotional self, your attitude, the way you treated your family after all of these changes started happening.
Everything changed in a good way.
Yeah.
Everything changed. I was able to sleep better.
Uh-huh.
I was able to keep my levels of sleep like through the night straight, my 6 7 hours, 8 hours, and
It's great.
my mood changed,
What do you mean?
my attitude changed with my family, with my kids, with my husband. My um, brain was not foggy anymore.
Uh-huh.
I was able to process things a little bit better
Uh-huh.
without the getting irritated right away,
Mm.
without getting yeah, irritated, mad. I was mad. I was not even awake yet, and I was already mad. I don't know why, but I was pissed. Yeah.
You got up and got on your broom and rode around the house.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was not a good environment in my house.
So it gave you the
Crazy.
ability to emotionally regulate and have a better relationship with your
Yes.
family.
Yep. 100%.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Okay, so you got on supplements, and we
Uh-huh.
don't need to go through all of the supplements that he put you on, but you got on these supplements. Your cancer numbers continue to improve,
Yes.
right? Because there are certain markers in your blood,
Mhm.
right, that he would look at for
Yeah.
cancer,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And those numbers continued to improve, and then you started moving a little bit.
Yeah. As soon as the doctor that did the procedure of the surgery gave me the green light to go back and do exercise,
Uh-huh.
I did. I
Yeah.
start slow.
Yeah.
I start with walking.
Yeah, sure.
I used to love. I mean, I love lifting weights, and but I started slow. I started a little bit doing like simple things, and as the time went by, I started adding more things in my exercise. I don't just walk now. I do other things that I
Uh-huh.
was not able to do before.
Sure.
This might make me cry, but I was not able to ride a bike. Now I can ride a bike.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Isn't that great?
Yep, it is great.
Because sometimes lifestyle choices put us in a prison. We think
Yeah.
we have the freedom to live how we want,
Hmm.
eat how we want, sleep how
Yeah.
we want, everything. And it really puts us, it takes away our freedom.
Yeah, we think that we have a control of everything. Like, oh, I could do anything. I could do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how are you doing now? How are the numbers? How's the
The
doctor's appointments?
the
Does he
this
does he love you still, or
Oh yeah, he does. And I love them so much too. I love the people that work with him. Thank you. I love this doctor. And now it's funny because this changing, it's not just affecting my life. It's
okay?
affecting my family.
Yeah.
I was like, one of the things that the doctor, the oncologist says, he asked me, "Do you have a daughter?"
Yeah.
And I say, "Yes, I have one daughter." And he says, "She's gonna have the same problem, the same issue as you." And I said, I'm not gonna say the word I
Yeah.
said, but I said, "No way. There is no way you're not gonna
Yeah.
touch my daughter." That's what
Yeah.
I said on my mind. And I said, "No, my daughter doesn't need to go through this. I will do what I need to do, and have changed the lifestyle of my
Mm.
family."
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
good.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, so today, your last appointment, tell me how'd it go? Because people want to
So,
know how you're doing now. Because this
yeah.
is 2 years now after
my surgery.
after the surgery and the diagnosis and the 16 biopsies. I'm still kind of flipping over.
Yeah.
And so how's it going?
So the cancer cells, the numbers of cancer cells, it went down a lot. The last one,
And they test cancer cells, so people know, in your blood.
Yes.
Because there's no tumors that they can find.
No. On that test, I don't know the name of that test, but I will find it for you.
I can't remember either.
Yeah. So that test, it tells you
I'll put
through the
it'll
blood.
it'll be right here when we edit this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so yeah, these through the blood. So through the blood, they see the cancers, how active the cancer cells are, and that number was very low. So the doctor said, according to this blood work, the cancer cells are it's normal. You're in the normal range, so there's no active cancer cells.
And how are your hormones?
My hormones are great. I think great because before I find out about the cancer, I thought I was already on my menopause. Yeah, because I was not having my period, but it was because everything was mess. Like everything was. It was a mess.
Hormones are a concert, especially in women.
Yes.
They're a concert. And when one gets out of whack, it pulls the rest of them out of whack.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I'm feeling great. I'm 42 and I was never regular on my period. Never until I changed my eating habits.
Huh.
Yes. As soon as I changed, I was having my period like every month. And now I'm able to track that in an app in my phone.
Oh my.
Which I was not able to do that before.
Women, you just need to pause for a second, maybe hit the pause button and think about that.
Yep.
She's not the only person that I've talked to, that I've been involved with, that when their diet cleans up, their sleeping cleans up, all of a sudden they have regular menstrual cycles. Mm-hmm. It's just working with the system that God created.
Yes.
So things are just going great.
Yes. Things are going great, and it's like the doctor says, you did all this change, and it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's good.
And then you're living a new lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing.
Well, I am delighted that you shared the story. I think it's very important for people to hear that cancer is not a death diagnosis, and you don't have to go through, although we're not advocating, not going through all the medical things. What we are saying is that there is another way to think about it, and something else to ponder before you take that leap into the normal medical intervention. And there are other things like hormones and blood sugar regulation that are vitally important to the body, because your body is an entire system. And you have to get the system in a symphony rather than playing 18 different songs.
Yes.
We pray for you that your journey would be more exceedingly above and beyond what Hepsiba is. And we pray that you'll never have to get a diagnosis that's terrible to kind of arrest the way you live and get you into a lifestyle that God has ordained from the very beginning of time, when he said, this is what I'm giving you for food. And the big ball in the sky, that signifies when you should go to sleep and calm down. And there's so many things that are just very basic. And God loves to give us the basic things.
Yes.
And it's more simple than we think, but it can be hard.
Yeah.
So anyways, we bless you. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.